Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who is involved in TIC, and also thank you, Geet, for inviting me for this important event. And to save some time, I will just say a few words about what this award means and what these times that we live in means actually. 15 years ago, on a day like this, when the world marked the 60th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, over 400,000 Tamil people were cornered into a rapidly diminishing territory of approximately 380 square kilometers. They were starved, they were shelled and bombed from air, from the sea and land for the next 6 months until they were pushed into a tiny sandy strip of land, which was turned into one of the first killing fields in the 21st century by the Sri Lankan Armed Forces. The global imperial powers, led by actively backed and prevented Sri Lanka being challenged at that time in any crucial international forum until the campaign of mass slaughter was completed, while tens of thousands of Tamils braved freezing cold weather in Europe and in North America, demanding a ceasefire, occupying public squares, streets and highways, demanding a ceasefire to stop the impending genocidal bloodbath. But their cries were deliberately unheard, and the murderous process culminated in killing over 70,000 Tamil people. The deep meaning of this award for me was given by those men, women and children who epitomized the human will for a dignified and free life, and therefore slaughtered on that blood-soaked beaches in 2009. 14 years later, as we gather here to mark the 75th anniversary of the same Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and to remember all those generations who died decade after decade. Now, another group of people who yearn for a dignified, free life is now cornered to a territory almost similar to the size of last patch of land where Tamil people stood, while being encircled, starved, shelled and bombed and slaughtering in tens of thousands. The same imperial powers who let scores of Tamils being physically exterminated by the racist Sri Lankan state 14 years ago, and the essential foundations of their collective life being dismantled, are now actively facilitating the ongoing bloodbath on another tiny patch of sandy land in Gaza. Just like during the winter months 14 years ago, the increasing cry for a ceasefire is now being drowned in the noise of warmongering nations who are turning a blind eye to the unfolding bloodbath in Gaza. Hence, as a way of keeping our memory of every single Tamil man, woman and child who was starved and massacred in Sri Lanka 14 years ago, I dedicate this award to every Palestinian man, woman and child who are now being slaughtered on those coastal sandy shores of Gaza. Thank you for everyone involved in the TIC, and thank you for working with the TIC to keep the memory of the tireless work of Mr. Vardhakumar. Long live the legacy of Mr. Vairamuthu Vardhakumar's tireless work to preserve and document the history of the state criminality in Sri Lanka, and also the role played by the global and regional powers who are overtly and tacitly complicit in those crimes. Thank you very much.